Friday Eve, and it's time for weather for Weather Geeks here on January the 7th, 2016, 20th anniversary of a historic blizzard along the East Coast. This was a big problem for D.C., Baltimore, New York, and Philadelphia. Back here in Youngstown, we only got a few inches out of that big storm back in 1996 on this date, 20 years ago. All right, none of that today. It was way too warm for snow today. Temperatures started out this morning in the teens, but rapid warm-up with full sunshine today. We got into the mid-40s this afternoon. It turned out to be a very, very nice day. As I'm recording this at about 20 till 8 this evening, we've cooled off to about freezing in most of the Mahoning and Shenango valleys. We'll end up in the mid-20s by the end of the night tonight. Still keeping an eye on the Arctic air that's building up here across Canada. Let's see if some of these temperatures will show up. Yeah, there we go. Whale Cove at minus 20, Baker Lake 24 below. Some of this is starting to bleed down into parts of the prairies of Canada and into the far northern reaches of the U.S., but this Arctic invasion is going to really accelerate as we go into the upcoming weekend, as we've been talking about all week. All right, here's a look at the radar as of about 7:30. Just what they don't need out across the Mississippi Valley. That's more rain, but they're getting it, and this is what is heading our way for tomorrow, so we can expect a period of wet weather as we head into our Friday. Here's the high-resolution rapid refresh model showing clouds increasing overnight. By 3-4 in the morning, the rain's into Cincinnati and Dayton. By about daybreak, the rain's to Columbus, and this could actually be a brief period of freezing rain around Columbus, Zanesville, heading up towards Mansfield tomorrow morning, right around daybreak. I'm not concerned about that here. By 10 o'clock, we're still dry, and by the time the rain gets in here tomorrow, early in the afternoon, we will be above freezing. This is a warm front that's heading our way, and this is what's going to bring us the wet weather starting maybe around noon, 1 o'clock tomorrow. The rains here off and on through the afternoon into the evening could be not much more than drizzle. Then for tomorrow night, I think rainfall totals will be pretty modest, 1/10 to maybe 2/10 of an inch worth of rain tomorrow into tomorrow night. Now Saturday can start maybe a touch damp, maybe there's a shower around at the start of the day, but most of Saturday is just fine. It's just going to be a cloudy day. But I'll tell you, temperatures will have no trouble getting up to about 50 by the end of the afternoon despite the clouds as we start the weekend. And then here comes the rain again for Saturday night. As you're sleeping Saturday night, early Sunday, it'll be raining at a pretty decent clip. And then transitional day coming up on Sunday. Our cold front will be shifting east as we head into the daylight hours. Still some rain around, but we'll be keeping an eye on the snow on the backside of this, pivoting back in as the air turns colder, the wind picks up. We could see some wind gusts to maybe 40 miles per hour on Sunday. All right, as far as snow, this will be mostly late afternoon into the evening on Sunday, maybe into parts of Sunday night. Here's the NAM model, North American model, showing a stripe of a few inches back towards Michigan into Illinois and Indiana. And locally it has maybe a half an inch worth of snow, maybe an inch in Cleveland. I think that's pretty close to reality. The GFS, let me take off the NAM totals there. The GFS has a similar look. The European model has a similar look. Maybe someone in Northwest PA gets a couple inches. So, I think the NAM is generally onto the right idea here. I think for our viewing area, this isn't a big deal in terms of accumulation, but impacts, there could be some slick travel Sunday evening as temperatures continue to fall. Anything that's wet, kind of damp and slushy maybe with a little coating of snow, it could turn just a little bit slick Sunday evening. Something to watch out for. But we will certainly have school Monday morning. Any sort of minor snow accumulations happen Sunday evening and early on Sunday night. So still no big-time accumulations anytime in the near future, but I'll tell you, by the middle of next week, we might have a clipper system heading our way. So this is Monday, maybe a flurry in the morning. Will dry out in the afternoon. Pretty decent clipper then shown on the models for Tuesday. This comes in the afternoon, and this could be one of those clippers that we really haven't seen this year that brings snow showers and perhaps even a heavier squall. Accumulations would not be hefty, but the impacts, again, are what you want to focus on. And this could be one of those situations where we have some slick travel coming home from work on Tuesday. Again, even if accumulations are only a coating to an inch or so. So we'll fine-tune Tuesday's forecast, but that's one of those situations. A lot of times we have more traffic trouble and trouble on the highways in minor events than big ticket snowstorms that are advertised well in advance. Sometimes these little tricky minor events that maybe the public isn't honed in on as well, these are the ones that maybe can a lot of times cause a lot of issues. So anyway, that's Tuesday, and behind that, the coldest air of the season comes down for midweek. The lake effect will fire up across parts of far northeast Ohio, northwest PA, southwest New York. High temperatures Wednesday, 20 to 25 at best. So cold day Wednesday. Overnight lows probably in the single digits in some spots Wednesday night. And then as we go towards the end of next week and into next weekend, this is where we're gonna keep a close eye on this system that is likely to form down across the southern tier of states. This is a look at next Saturday. So we're talking Fantasyland here, 9 days out. But the pattern is there, even though the details are surely going to be wrong on this model. The pattern is there as we go into late next week and into next weekend. The pattern is there for a storm over the southeast and up the mid-Atlantic coast. This is the European ensemble model for next Saturday evening, showing low pressure here, cold air around, and this is something we're going to, definitely be keeping a close eye on the trends here. Now, this could be more of a problem for the East Coast than us, but still, 9-10 days out, something I want to start putting on your radar that for the first time this winter, there may be a pretty legitimate chance of some accumulating snow in the Northeast, the Mid-Atlantic, perhaps back here across eastern Ohio and western PA next weekend. So, again, a little bit of Fantasyland for you this evening, but I know some people really would like some snow, some people whose business depends on the snow. Snow lovers, you're desperate, so certainly not in the business of making any sort of bold predictions 9-10 days out. That's a fool's errand, but the pattern is there that somewhere in the southeast, up the East Coast, somewhere, there's likely to be some sort of a winter storm next weekend. Thanks for watching the Thursday Night Weather for Weather Geeks. 21 News at 11 tonight, fresh 7-day forecast, radars, everything else, and more Weather Geeks coming your way Friday evening on my weather blog and wfmj.com/weather. This video usually online by 8 p.m., and then I post it again right around 10. Have a great night.